Going on, guys? Right here at the old shop, and we have added another car to the Derby collection now. Of the two that we have, this is a 1989 Ford Bronco II, four-wheel drive, and a lot of guys wouldn't understand the point of running this, being that it's so small and it has to be in a truck class, and I wouldn't understand it either if it wasn't rolled. Yes, this car was rolled, and my neighbor had this car from about mid to late 90s to now, and this year was the last year that he could get it through inspection. So he was searching for something new. He gave it to me to screw around with, and we actually rolled it in the backyard screwing around. So, you know, it was a clean car. Underneath is very clean. The frame is all solid until the back tire. Once you get past the back tire, it is horrible. It even shows if we lift up this back door here, where we took the back bumper off, it's just completely annihilated, like all flaky and cracky and breaking apart. Even in the floor, you can see all the way down to the rear tire on both sides. So this will have to be sheet metaled and replaced, because obviously they won't let you run that. And you can see we already started stripping it. I wanted to get a video up before we started stripping it. I will have a video at the end of this that shows what it looked like before we started. But when we flipped this back over and we started stripping it the other day, I noticed that underneath here, right here, the frame is completely broken in half. So, and you can see the rust and just how fallen apart everything is under here. But this spot right here will need to be fixed, because they'll have to be plated and re-welded, because they will not let you run a car with a broken frame. So, the ultimate goal for this, because we're rebuilding the engine in this, it does run and drive, but you can see it has an oil leak. It sprays all over the tire, up in the fender wells. It has a rear main seal that is blown, so it's gonna need the rear main seal replaced, because we are running racing oil in this engine, and obviously, you know, racing oil is like $12 a quart. So I'm gonna sit you down for a second, open up the hood. Uh, 2.9 V6, typical Ford Bronco engine, and we will not be putting a V8 in this. I will run the 6 that is in it. You can see all the oil all over everything in here, and the radiator support is cracked in this, so it does leak. And you can see at one point the battery bounced up and welded itself to the hood and caught the hood on fire. So, and the front end is going to need a lot of reinforcement, because the only thing that's out here is this, and then you're at your rad support. So it will need a lot of reinforcement on the front end. And with it being rolled, this driver's side door does not close, so you can see we have it rigged for the time being so that we can drive it around and not be holding the door shut all the time. And the passenger side was the exact opposite. The passenger side actually went down, so you can see we had to beat the door open to try to get the door to open, and it still doesn't open 100%, but it opens good enough that we can get in, because we can't open the other door. And you know, I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to give video, but you can see we already have the carpet pulled back from the front driver's side and passenger side. Yeah, the passenger side seat out, and the back seats are half out. If anybody knows the secret to getting these back seats out, they are a pain. If you can't get this Allen bolt out down in there, they will not come out. And we broke a couple tools trying to get them out, and they just will not come out. And these brackets in the center we had to beat apart. So if anybody knows the secrets to that, please leave it in the comments. And So 327,000. I'm impressed. It's still running at 327,000. Got a 5-speed manual in it. I will be leaving that in for the Derby, and it does run and drive. So I'll start this car up here for you, so you can hear it. It sounds like just your typical 2.9 Ford power, which isn't very much. And you know, I'm kind of hoping with the reinforcements that it'll stand up okay, but it runs good at least. And even for being flipped, it's still in pretty good shape. So the oil leak continually gets worse, but to fix that frame, when we're pulling the engine trans out of it, so we can do this rear main seal. So we're gonna pull these fenders off, and the hood will come off, and then at that point, I think we're gonna take the farm tractor and we're just gonna lift the body off the frame, because that frame needs to be fixed and needs a lot of work in the back. So, but the first main concern is getting this oil leak fixed, due to the fact that it sprays oil everywhere. I mean, you can see it all over the tire down there. That was not there when I pulled it out. So, and the other thing that needs work is this hood does not close properly. You can see, one, it doesn't latch, and two, it's off about 1 inch at the top on both sides. So the hood will need some work, because obviously it needs to close. The roof needs work because it's pinched, and something, we don't know what it was, went through the hood right here, let all that oil run down. So it's rough, it needs work, but it should turn out to be a good project. The 4-wheel drive shaft under here. Anyway, this thing, quite the car, and I will try to have weekly updates out for you guys on whatever we do. Hopefully we'll have the interior stripped out of it next time, and then, like I said, as soon as we're done stripping it, the front fenders are coming off, and the hood, and then we'll pull the engine. I'll try to get some video of that, and then we'll pull the body off. So for pulling the body, we're gonna have a tractor just lift it off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for the one spot about a minute ago where it kind of got screwed up. I was interrupted, but give this video a like and maybe subscribe. And this is Mad Dog Motorsports out here, making things happen in the derby world. We'll see you guys there.